Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here. And guys, I want to take a special second to thank all the channel members. I appreciate you guys giving me the support. And I also wanted to share just real quickly my IG. If you guys want to follow me over on Instagram, it's also at jevans underscore knife addict underscore life. Post a lot over there too, more picture stuff. But today I wanted to go through what has been in my pocket the last, we'll say, month and a half, month even. We'll just say July. What's been in my pocket in July more often than not. And as you guys know now, I carry a slip joint, I carry a primary knife, and then I'll carry a bonus fixed blade from time to time. But we're going to start in no particular order with this combo that I really enjoyed, which is the EMP EDC Ronin and the Jack Wolf Feelgood Jack. Both of these knives are fantastic. I think they're both very thin in terms of gentleman type folder. The Tonto gives you a good everyday knife that would pretty much cover any task that you come into, including the occasional, hopefully very avoidable self-defense situation. And then the Feel Good Jack is just there to fill in anything else you might need to cut, whether it be fruit, whether it be paper, whether it be rope, whether it be a box. This super thin S90V hollow grind is just to die for. Probably the slip joint that spent the most time in my pocket this month. And then I would say the Ronin has been right up there. It's a knife that I discovered. I was aware of it, but really got to see it and experience it over in Atlanta at Blade Show. And then my good buddy A to Z EDC picked one up. He picked his pre-order up while he was over there. And I got to spend a little time with his when they dropped on July 1st. I picked this up and it's been in my pocket as much as anything this month, and I absolutely love it. So we'll say one of the top five would be the Feel Good Jack in the pocket with the EMP EDC Ronin. Moving along, we come to two other very, very cool knives that I like to pair together, that I like to keep in the pocket. And this month, these two have been there. And I will tell you that the um, little Grant Tripper did not come in but about 8 or 9 days ago, and it has not left my pocket. So it has been one that has really accrued the pocket time. I think it kind of combines its size and its svelteness with the fact that it's just a wicked Tonto and it gets all my daily tasks done. So this little knife is multiple deployment, S35VN in titanium. It's got a nice frag pattern. It's got a hollow grind up front. It's got a really sharp, pokey tip. I mean, that you can really get in and do any type of splinter removal. Anything you might need to do, you can do it with that tip, and it'll cut just about anything you need to cut. Again, it's very pokey, very slurpy, savory. And then the TwoSun TS90 is a slip joint that's full titanium and M390. Has this really nice blade swedge here that makes it open, easy to open and close. A night morning design, nice M390 blade with nice brush belt satin, very good walk and talk. And then it also is a thicker slip joint. It's a little bit more hardy. It's going to come in thicker than the Tripper, but these two paired together pretty much cover everything I need to cover in my urban EDC jungle that I encounter each day. So another one of the top five knife combinations that I've had in my pocket have been the Grant Tripper and the TwoSun TS90. Moving right along, we come to another great pairing, and that is the Viper Hug, which is the kind of sheep's footy, Warncliffy style, if you can call it that. It's not a drop point, but we'll call it a Warncliffe. And then the Hinderer 3-inch XM18 Warncliffe. These two guys pair great together. I love, again, these are urban carries, guys. What has been in my pocket the last month, and I've been doing a lot of work, not outside work, but more office work. So I've carried some of the smaller knives in my collection. Carries a few big knives too, but just to keep it on the real, the Hinderer 3.5 or 3-inch Warncliffe is probably one of my sliciest, pokiest Hinderers. It is very light, even though it's full tie. It's very thin, and it's a great urban carry. And then the Viper Hug has quickly become my favorite Viper over the Twin. The Twin's blade shape looks really killer. I love this Warncliffe blade, how sharp it is and how functional it is. I find myself pulling this out quite a bit. Plus, it's a very thin slip joint and carries almost invisibly in my left pocket. So, as we move on through July, this would be the Viper Hug and the Hinderer 3-inch XM18, both of which has spent a considerable amount of time in my pocket. As we move along, we come to my little matchy carry and a knife that has really blown me away. And I've been a Qvist fan from day one. I had the first variant that came out thanks to Sobek's Scooter Scotty. He gifted it to me with a G10 scale as he purchased it. And then not there too long after, Jacob put up some titanium scales. So I kind of upgraded it with titanium. It was a liner lock. It didn't have the front flipper. Fast forward to about 3 weeks ago, and this knife showed up on White Mountain Knives site. It's the variant PE3, which has the front flipper from version 2, but more importantly, it is a frame lock. It is titanium, and it's just a straight titanium that's milled out. It doesn't have steel liners and then a titanium scale. So the weight on this knife is much lighter. It's really got some great weight relief milling in there. And the blade has been upgraded to 20 CV, hollow grind, fantastic action. It matches my little Qvist Vanish, which is also in titanium, 20 CV with a wicked little hollow grind. So this is like my little big me, little me carry. And I love the walk and talk of the Vanish. It's one of my favorite modern slip joints. And then the Qvist PE V3 has quickly become just a super fidgety, super fun knife that I love the acoustics on, the hollow grind. It snaps into place. The lockup's great. It's a blast to carry. Um, and it gets the job done. So anything I run into, these two knives are a good pairing to come. So that'll bring us to our final top carry pair of July. And again, this is in no particular order, but this is going to be the Jack Wolf low drag jack paired up with the EMP EDC relative. Guys, I can gush and I can gush and I can gush about the EMP EDC relative, but this knife, the more I carry it, the more I experience it, the more I absolutely love it. It cuts like a dream. It carries like a boss. It's not too heavy, but it's a full size knife. The Jack Wolf low drag jack is probably one of the best cutters in my slip joint collection. It's got this large spoon blade or this I don't know exactly what you'd call that style blade, but it is so thin behind the edge. S90V, some of that gold carbon fiber. I think it really pairs and brings out the color of the gold and the EMP EDC. That's not why I carry the two together. It's just because I love both knives. And when I'm picking out pairs, it seems to be more often than not that I'll pair similar knives together. I don't know if that's habit, if that's my OCD, or if it's just what I'm feeling at that given time. But guys, these are all 5 fantastic, fantastic pairs in my collection. They're not on the more budget side. I can do this video with some budget knives that I also carry. Great pairings that cost 1/2 of what each of these do. But I just wanted to talk about my favorites, the ones that have really just spent the most time in my pocket this month. And we have just looked at them. Guys, I'm going to throw up my IG one more time in case you guys would like to give me a follow over there. I do post a lot of stuff. I've been doing so for a while, so a lot of my still pictures are over there. I'm not much of a photographer. I do it with my iPhone, but it's fun. It's cool. It is what it is. Give me a follow if you like. I'd appreciate it. Guys, please look out for the guy or girl to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.